Yo, what's going on, people? It's J.Walker, TLD, that Christian guy. Today I wanted to talk to you all about luck. Like, I know a lot of you out there, some of you feel like, yo, I'm just an unlucky person, like things just never work out for me, just not my thing. Other people might feel like, yo, yeah, I am lucky, like I won this, I won that, you know, that kind of thing. I just have a little flow when it comes to things. If I'm taking part in the game of chance, rock, paper, scissors, I know, like, you know, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to win that. I'm going to come away with something. Some people, they won't even bother entering. So yeah, I think it's interesting. It's also interesting from like a Christian perspective in terms of how we view luck. Because, I mean, from a Christian perspective, it's non-existent, right? There's no scripture that says, if thou shalt seem this or do that, then thou shalt be lucky henceforth. There's none of that. We don't have none of that in the Bible. It's not a Christian concept or anything like that. But I think still as human beings, we still kind of have this concept of either I'm an unlucky person or I'm a lucky person, or maybe just somewhere in between. That's how it goes, right? Some people call it like lucky in love and that kind of thing. Some people feel like, yeah, I'm just never going to be that guy, or I'm never going to be that girl. So I just want to break that down a little bit, get a little deeper with it and see what is it we actually mean. So one of the things I've been looking at, there's a psychologist and sociologist called Stevie Covey, where he does a lot of writings and such. Interestingly as well, what's it called, The 50th Law? So it's a book by 50 Cent and Robert Greene. Something else that I read, I say read, that's a lie, audio book, you know, that type of life. Audible, shout out you man, Audible. Yeah, if you know about Audible, big up, that's me too. So yeah, I digest a few texts and such in that form. And one of the things that those two books, when put together, you come to the conclusion of, is that while luck may not actually exist as a thing, your mindset, how you approach things, if you got that lemonade mentality, it can have an impact on the kind of trajectory of your life, and also the viewpoint of what is luck and can we generate luck. So I don't believe in luck in the context of I'm unlucky or unlucky. What I do believe in is that if you have a mindset that creates more opportunities and you open yourself up to more opportunities and solutions, you're therefore more likely to have a progressive and successful life. From a wider Christian perspective, it's not something of your own strength, but if you liken it to faith and the concept of having faith in something rather than kind of always being insecure and just moving with hesitancy, never having any input in terms of risk, then you find that your life is quite limited. If you never leave the room, Wi-Fi not included, and you just stay in the room, you've been quite a safe space, that kind of thing, you know. There's no one to really trouble you and that kind of thing. Maybe turn on just a little bit of telly and that kind of thing, and you live your life. But in terms of how much you're actually going to be able to achieve, you can see it's quite limited within that space. Not because you're unlucky, but simply because your mindset has limited your opportunities, yeah? Whereas for somebody who is more out there, so if we take something simple in terms of a come up, so a lottery is one of the easiest and quickest come ups that a person can have, right? So you think all you have to do is pay your pound, whatever is over there in the States, probably $1, right? I don't know, I'm guessing. And you go and you buy your ticket and whatnot. Next thing you know, you could be a millionaire. So if we take a deeper look, does it mean that the person who won was lucky? What does it mean? What does it mean? If we weigh that up in terms of the opposite, so you have another person, they feel like they're unlucky, so they therefore don't buy a ticket. The old saying, don't buy a ticket, you don't win the lottery. So you have a person who's now limited in terms of the opportunities and their actions. On the other hand, you have another person who feels like, yo, I'm going to try it, never know, might win. They try it, buy a ticket, they win. Yeah? So you can see there clearly in that instance, it's not necessarily a person being unlucky and a person being unlucky, but it's a matter of a person opening themselves up to have an opportunity to extend what they're able to achieve by just having a go get a risk type mindset. Shout out to John Piper. Alex, I know you're feeling that one too. And then if we put that in the context of our own lives, if you think, you know, you're on your way to work or whatever and that kind of thing. So for one person, like, you might find yourself going through a phase where it's like, oh man, nothing I try is working. Everything I touch just turns to salt or dust. But luck is just out right now. Nothing's running for me. It can lead to a quite depressive mindset. So like, you know, you see the lights about to change and whatnot when you're crossing the road, Like you just think, oh man, yeah, I'm just gonna slow down. It's probably gonna turn to red. Next thing you know, just on a completely different pathway. So like rather than being ahead and now you find yourself in this, perhaps you do or you don't meet someone. You might be on time if you just put some more effort into it. Instead of like, man, I'm already gonna be late for work. There's no point in me rushing. Whereas other person might be like, yo, let me just try and see if I can get there as quick as I can. They get there, they keep their job. You don't, because of your hesitancy, because of that reluctancy, you end up getting fired. And again, you find yourselves in these categories where you can end up being labelled as unlucky now. Like, oh man, I was already having a bad day, now got fired, my life sucks. Whereas another person, simply by having a more positive, outgoing mentality, has generated this extra opportunities and whatnot for themselves. Apply that to a social context. You're at an event or whatnot, people are networking and that kind of thing. One person has a mindset of, man, I ain't trying to like, I don't know what they're going to think of me. I don't want to come off like I'm too eager. Whereas another person's like, yo, hello, nice to meet you. Here's what I do. What do you do? Oh, word, you like ice cream? What's your favorite flavor? Chocolate? No way, mine too. And then you just end up having that network and that bond. So I always feel like it's not necessarily like a person's lucky or unlucky. It's a mindset that you go out with. If you go out with a mindset that kind of limits all of your opportunities, the whole trajectory of your life just kind of gets dumbed down. Whereas if you have a mindset of, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to take every opportunity that God has presented for me, every opportunity that I've deemed to be favorable in the eyes of the Lord, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to get it, I'm going to make it happen, everything just changes. And people will be looking at you in disbelief. And the crazy part of the whole thing, after all that's said and done, the reaction's going to be like, boy, that guy or that girl, they're just so lucky. My life's not like that. And yeah, that's just what I wanted to unpack essentially, just to hopefully have us discuss and look at it from a different point of view in terms of how we view luck and how we view people that are fortunate or unfortunate and that kind of thing. Know what I mean? But yeah, you know what to do. If you like what you hear, like it, share it, subscribe, do what it do. Till next time, y'all. I'll see y'all. We out. Peace.